Okay, so let's have a look at this worksheet. So the first thing that you needed to do is you needed to draw a point P. So a point is very easy. You just put a dot, okay, and then draw the letter next to it. And that's how you draw a point. It's just a dot. A line, AB, a line extends in both directions indefinitely. Okay, so it means it's got an arrow at each end, and it's named AB. Okay, 3 collinear points, RST. 3 collinear points just lie on a line. Okay, so when it's collinear, it means that they all lie on the same line. Okay, in this instance, there's 3. A line segment, CD. A line segment has a start and it has an end. So a segment is a part of something, and this one's called CD. And then a ray starts at a point and then it extends into an arrow. Okay, we also put a dot there, so that is EF. Okay, so they're the ones that you need to know, those 5. Complete the following table. So we're looking at the size between 0 and 90 degrees. That is an acute angle. And a lot of this stuff you just need to learn off by heart. So you just need to put the time in to study. A right angle is 90 degrees. An obtuse angle is between 90 and 180 degrees. 180 is a straight angle. Okay, between 180 and 360 is a reflex angle. And a revolution is 360 degrees. So once again, a lot of this stuff you need to learn off by heart. Use a protractor to draw each of the following angles. Now this one's a little bit tough for me to do on the computer. But what you need to make sure that you do when you do this is you need to put a dot, which is where you will put the center of your protractor. Okay, so you'll put the center of your protractor on that dot. Okay. Then you will look at, obviously we'll go this way, so it'll be 0 over here, okay, and you'll measure up to about 250 degrees exactly, and you'll put another dot. Then you take your protractor away and you rule in your line, okay, and you always mark your angle, all right, on the side where we're showing that measurement. So this measurement in here, let's say is 50 degrees. Now remember that this is not to scale because I don't have a protractor, but you need to make sure that you're putting this angle marker in the right position. The other thing you'll notice is that it is angle ABC. So that means that we need to name it A, B, C. And it can also be named A, B, C, like that. The important thing to remember here is that the middle one, okay, is always where your the center of your angle is, okay? So at that intersection, all right? So make sure that you always have that middle one, okay, in the middle. Doesn't matter if these go on either side, but you need to get that one right. This one's straightforward again, okay? You would draw that here. This one's a little bit different though, because it's 270 degrees and we only have 180 degree protractors. So what you actually need to do is you need to do 360, take away 270. So as soon as your angle is greater than 180 degrees, take it away from 360, okay? Because then what it will do is it will give you an angle that's less than 180 degrees. So when I work this out, I get 90. So I would measure my 90 degree angle, all right? But I don't mark in here like it would be a right angle. I actually mark on this side because I'm measuring 270 degrees. And if this is 90 degrees, it means that this here is 270, okay? So when it is greater than 180 degrees, take it away from 360, measure the small angle, put your angle marker on the other side. All right, consider this diagram. Name the angle that is complementary to A. Okay, so once again, you need to remember a few things here. complementary angles add to 90 degrees. Okay, so the angle that is complementary to A is B, because this is a right angle and a right angle adds to 90 degrees. So you would put angle B. Name the angle that is vertically opposite B. Vertically opposite, okay, when two lines intersect, the two angles that are opposite are equal. So B and D are vertically opposite, so that is angle D. Name the two angles that are supplementary to C, okay? So supplementary angles, they add to 180 degrees, okay? And here's C. C lies on two straight lines. So it lies on this straight line and that straight line. So it is supplementary to D because those two add up to 180 degrees. And it is also supplementary to B because those two add up to 180 degrees. Write the missing word in this sentence. A, B, C, D, and E form a revolution. Okay, so they equal 360 degrees, so it's a revolution. So just making sure that you remember those. Once again, a lot of the work in this unit is a matter of you actually learning the content, so you know what's on the test. All right, next one. Now it's important with these that you do the correct working out, so you need to show how you got the answer without using a protractor. So you don't use a protractor. You have to use your knowledge of geometry to find these. Find the value of A in each of the following diagrams. So here we've got a right angle. So it means that A is going to equal 90 degrees take away the 60. Okay? So that means that A equals 30 degrees. So this is how I would expect you to work it out. For B, once again, straight line is 180 degrees on a straight line. So it's going to be 180, take away this one, will give us our answer. So obviously, 45 degrees. Might just pause there. Okay, so C, once again, these two angles that are opposite each other. Let's just see if I can get this pen working. There we go. Angles that are opposite each other are vertically opposite. So that means that A equals 35 degrees. And I'd actually put here vertically opposite. Okay, something that I'd write out. With this one. So A equals, obviously this is a revolution. Okay, so A is going to equal 360 degrees, take away this angle and this angle. Okay, so this angle is 130 degrees and this angle is 90 degrees. Okay, so you're going to do 360, take away 220, which leaves you with 140 degrees. This one down the bottom, once again, we've got, we're finding this part of a right angle. Okay, so here we need to do A equals 90 degrees, take away this part. All right, we need to take away this part here. Okay, in order to find out this part, okay, what I need to do is I need to do 180, take away this segment, okay, which is 130. So it's going to leave me with 90 take 50, which gives me an angle of 40 degrees. Okay. Here, once again, I've got a revolution. If you want to get the working out right for this one, it's quite tricky. I would accept all sorts of types of working out with this one, but if you want to get it absolutely perfect, you need to do the following. So A equals 360 degrees because it's a revolution. Then you need to take away bracket, bracket. So there's two brackets here. first thing that you need to do is you need to take away, and we need to find these two angles. Okay? Alright, so that means that we need to go 180 because it's on a straight line. We need to take away the 90 degrees, okay, which is here. Alright, we need to take away the 45 degrees. Alright, which will leave us with this angle here, which is an unknown angle, okay? Now it's really important because we need to multiply that angle by 2, okay? The reason why we multiply it by 2 is because this angle here, which is also unknown, is vertically opposite it. Okay, so that will give us the figure for what we need there. Once we work that out, we've worked out the value of these two angles. Then we just take away this one and this one. So that's minus 45, and I've run out of room to write, but it's minus 45 because that's this one, and then it's minus 90 degrees. Okay, so if I simplify that, it looks like this. 45 times 2, which is for these ones, then this one, and then this one. Okay, continue to simplify. Then I'm just going to write my answer here, which is 135 degrees. Okay, so that's for that one. Now these ones, you need to know your angles to do with parallel lines when they're cut by transversal. So the angle that we're looking at is BED. So that is this angle here, right? BED, that one on the inside right there. The angle that's corresponding to that is this one. So it's angle ADC. The angle that is alternate to it across the transversal on the opposite side is angle GDE. The angle that is co-interior to it, so co means 2, interior means inside, okay, is ADE. And the angle that is vertically opposite it is straight across, okay, is FEH. Now obviously with any of these, if you got it the other way around, oops, that would have been fine too. Okay, they're all still correct. State whether the two lines are cut by the transversal or parallel, giving reasons. These two are definitely because they are corresponding. Okay, and what you should be writing here is that it is corresponding. I'm not going to write the whole thing because I don't really have room. Because angles are equal. We know that angles are equal when parallel lines are cut by a transversal. These two are alternate angles, but they're not the same size. So no, not parallel. Screw that up. Not parallel. Because they're not equal. Okay, and with a pencil, you should be writing a more thorough explanation than that. So this one here, 112 and 68. Now these two are co-interior angles because they're both inside on the same side of the transversal. So let's add them up, see if they equal 180, which they do. So that means that is a yes. And you would state because it equals 180 degrees, they're co-interior angles. Okay? So this one, find the value of each unknown pronumeral, giving a reason. So here you are stating what the angle is, and you are saying why. So it means that you need to know all of these. Okay? All of these angles, oops, sorry. All of these angles here. Alright? So this one, A equals 115 degrees, and it is alternate. Alright, this one here, A equals 116 degrees, and it is vertically opposite. And this is where it's really important that you go away and you make sure you know these. There's plenty of information and tutorials on OneNote for you to watch, and plenty of practice sheets that you've been given. There's a really good worksheet on OneNote that you can use in order to learn these ones. Here, A equals 67 degrees, and it is corresponding. Okay, this one here, A equals 64 degrees, and it is co-interior. Alright, this one here, there's a number of different ones to work out. A is 122 degrees because it is vertically opposite. B is 58 degrees because it is co-interior to A. And C is 122 degrees, and there's a few different reasons. It is corresponding to 122, it is supplementary to B, and it is also alternate to A. Okay, so there's a host of different reasons why you could use that one there. This one, once again, a lot of working out here. So A is 95 degrees because it is supplementary to 85. B is 85 because it is vertically opposite to 85. C is 85 because it is alternate to B. D is 85 because it is vertically opposite C. Okay, so that's those ones. This one, A equals 130 degrees because it is corresponding to this angle here, and we can work out this angle here. Okay, so the way that you work out that's a revolution. You take away the 90 degrees, you take away the 140 degrees, and it leaves you with this angle. And those two angles are corresponding angles. This one here, you have two parallel lines and you have two transversals. Okay, so we need to find out angle A. And the way that we find out angle A is that we know that this angle and this angle are alternate, so that means that this equals 45 degrees. This is a straight line, so if we take this one and this one away from 180, we'll be left with A. Okay, and angle A equals 60 degrees, and what you'd say is that's just supplementary to these two angles. Okay, the last one, this one here, okay, once again, you're given 120 degrees here, so that means that this angle here is 60 degrees. I can actually extend that parallel line, which means that those two angles are alternate, which means that that's 60 degrees, and this angle here is corresponding to A. So A equals 60 degrees, okay, and I would just say that it is co-interior to 120. And there's plenty of different ways here that you can explain that. You could say, you could go alternate corresponding. It's up to you in your explanation. There's no correct way of finding the answer, as long as you explain how you found it. And that's it.